What up, YouTube? Asian Persuasion here with my boy Slim, my boy Bortle, and our boy Fetty. And we're here at YCS LA at the 250th YCS. And we're here with who and what did you play?
My name is Kevin and I played Rikka's.
And you got top 8 with this, correct?
Top 8, correct.
And this is, you told me this off camera, but you told me this is your first YCS?
This is my first YCS, correct.
And you top with Rikka, Sunavalon, or I guess, at least that's what Konami called it, huh?
It's just Rikka. I mean, I do run 2 Sunavalon cards, but I don't actually, well, I guess I use one effect and the other one is just, it's just a step down.
Fair enough. So what made you actually play this deck? Is it one of your favorite decks or anything?
Well, I haven't played in a few years, and I bought the core for this deck like back when it came out. I just updated it over time, and it looked like the best chance I had to like do well.
So how was your tournament experience? Because you said this is your first YCS. You went to one of the bigger ones that we've usually ever had. So how was it?
Oh, it was interesting. You could see like a gradient of like when the average decks start working, and then like the really good ones is just just everywhere.
Fair. And then before we start, do you want to, shout out anybody or, let people know whoever helped you with the deck or someone at locals helped you?
Well, nobody really helped me with the deck per se. It's just kind of something I had. I didn't really have all that much planning. I kind of just, okay, I know this deck. Got some good cards recently. I'll play it. That was it.
Oh, I love it, bro. I love it. All right, Kevin, let's go ahead and jump into this profile, man. Let's see the goo.
All right. We'll start with 3 Petal. That's pretty much the heart and soul of this deck. It allows you to play. You can play around and play through pretty much everyone's hand traps. It sends to graveyard if in the event you get drolled before summoning and using it. Yeah, that's pretty much just a really good card. And then it comes back on your opponent's end phase. It's insane.
I like it. I bet everyone read this card. Everyone. There's not one person that could have been.
Actually, Patrick Hoban didn't.
Oh.
Makes sense.
He kind of knew most of my cards.
He's a goat. He's a goat, man. Yeah, he's nice. I like how you know who Patrick Hoban was. I love it. You had to play him? That's crazy.
Yeah, I played him top 16.
Oh my gosh.
Please tell me you play one of him too.
Huh?
You play one Patrick Hoban in your deck too, right?
Upstart Goblin, that'd be
Please
pretty
tell me
fun. He even knows what that means. He's like, yeah.
I don't know what it is. Yeah,
I love it.
vaguely remember.
Fair enough. He plays Upstart Goblin. That's basically what that means. It's at 1. It's funny.
Oh, right. He's one did that. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 Mudon. It allows you to extend, if they have Imperm or Valor, just tribute whatever they Imperm or Valor, translate into another card. Let's stick with 3 ups for now. 3 Rose Lover. You run a lot of big monsters that can't be easily summoned. You kind of just need an easy way to get them out. And on the plus side, they are also immune to Imperm because they're unaffected by traps when summoned.
Oh, that's crap. I like that.
I think that came up one time, and that was against this one guy who played Skill Drain. That was it.
Oh, nice. I remember Rose Liver. That card's good.
3 Princess. 3 Princess. Basically, if you're going first, I'd say 8 or 9 times out of 10, you're searching this unless you have it already. If you have it already, you search this, and if you have both of those, well, I'd probably win, but
I like it.
you would search these, which is 2 Snowdrop. Basically, it's another way to extend. It saved me a bunch. That's all I got.
So it's MVP, yeah? Snowdrop.
And then the rest of the monsters in my deck were all 1-ofs. Got 1 Primula, 1 Mardell, 1 Rose Girl, 1 Hellebore, 1 World Cartway Champion.
I love it. I remember that, the sneak peek, it was broken.
The only Sun Avalon oriented card I run, Maiden. 2 out of Runic Player thanks to this card.
Oh, Runic players were dying to this card, huh?
Well, I only faced the 2, the one I lost to, and 1 in round 8 that I 2-0'd.
Nice.
1 Borea, special summons itself. I don't think I need to say anything yet. And then also it makes people do things that think I'm going to search for Gillis.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't actually run that.
That's hilarious.
Alright. Well, then we go over with the spells. Read Book of Moon. This was easily.
I saw you doing that on people. That's a good card.
Really good card. Probably the best spell I ran that wasn't a Rikka card.
Put a Rice Heart face down, right?
Rise Heart face down.
I love it.
3 con.
We're drifting.
Must have, right, basically. It's basically a +2, +3 if I switch. Set one of these, it choose 3 glamour. You tribute their monsters, add 2 cards. Usually, if not, you tribute your own. I hope they don't have that.
I hope they don't got it.
Or assume unless I have a way to block it. No, I don't care.
Nice.
One of the stupider choices for my main deck. 3 droplets.
You played a lot of cash, I'm assuming? Is that why you're saying it now?
Yeah. Not only that, I didn't activate that card a single time in Swiss.
Wow, that's
I
crazy.
either won without it or lost. Just lost.
So 12 rounds of Swiss, you just didn't even use it.
Yeah, because like, okay, the first 6 or 7 rounds, that was mostly branded. There was this like weird go second one, and everyone else was just playing standard branded. So yeah, I beat all of them, and I drew one time. I would have beat that guy, but I didn't think anything about time rules or any of that. So instead of just poking him once and taking the win, I tried to do 8,000 damage and take the win. I was like,
Oh, it took too long to combo,
It took too
huh?
long, and then time called, and
That's okay.
I don't actually run away to burn anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot some monsters, by the way.
That's okay, that's
very
alright.
obvious one. 3 Lone Fire Blossom.
Oh, God, yes. OG.
If I'm forced to start this exactly, yeah, this is like the one thing that I get hand trapped on that that can end my turn. If I start this exactly,
Yeah.
I'd have to have like this and this or Glamour in my hand to try and recover. But yeah, fortunately, none of the times I had this, nobody had Ash.
Thank God. Full combo.
Oh, and then the other special one, one Materia Roseweb.
Oh, that card's an FTK. Against
It worked
Runic.
really well against the Runic players. I didn't summon it against very many Castro players because most of them can just out it with Fenrir or make a Rise Heart and out it. It wasn't that good. It just created a little obstacle and imperm bait if they topped out it. That's about it. Back to the spells. 1 Rose Bell of Revelation. Just add 1 2400 attack or more plant. There's quite a few of them here, Mardell, Eldor, but the one I searched the most is Borea.
Borea, yeah.
And then its graveyard effect is banish it, special summon a plant from hand.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's
Or
crazy.
2400. What's it called? It is 2400. I don't actually remember activating this. But yeah. And then for the traps, we only run 2. 1 Ricochet, 1 Tranquility.
Nice. I like it, I like it.
Good sheet.
So Tranquility is mostly just to either, if I have Mardell in the grave, you go for Tranquility off Con. If you don't have Mardell in the graveyard, you go for Ricochet. If you manage to summon this, somewhere in the combo, you go Tranquility. So if they like Impermanent, you just tribute it, bring it back. You summon a Rikka and then it just brings it back.
Nice. Clean 40 cards in the main?
Yeah, that's 40.
Nice. All right. You can do a cider extra, so you can.
Extra, because this. is
We'll
probably
slide
one
these
more-
over for you. Here we go. Everybody gather. Group effort. Group effort. Group effort. We got it. All the main decks together now. Perfect. Now you show the side extra, whatever you like first.
We'll go with the extra deck first.
Sounds good.
This is probably like not. It's a little exciting. The one Sunavalon monster I run in the extra deck, Dryad.
Which is why Konami called it Sunavalon.
Probably.
That's exactly why they did it.
It's literally just there for me to link off Rose Lover. That's it. Sometimes I link other things off, but mostly Rose Lover. 2 Dance Fions, the star of the extra deck, pretty much. This card, crazy. The reason my count, you didn't see any hand traps in there for this card specifically. The hand traps kind of get in the way of resolving this. And it's just another way to play through your opponent's disruption. You hit Mudon and Mardo with this. You add 2 cards, you're probably winning that.
That's crazy.
Let's see. 3 Strenna. The other star of the deck.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
when you summon 2 or more monsters Fion, or get 2 or more monsters pointing to Fion, you can change them to whatever level of monsters in the graveyard. Usually you'll have pull them up real quick. Usually you will have Princess in the graveyard because you will gone all over the place here. Sorry about that.
It's okay. It's okay.
Because usually you lead with Petal. Activate Petal, search this, special summon this, go Fion, and then meet Fion. You always choose 3. There's no reason to choose less than 3 unless you actually were playing Sylvans, I guess. You always choose 3. There's no reason not to.
I like it.
1 Jasmine. Just an extender and another way to get to Rose Whip. Sometimes I attribute it to summon Snowdrop or Mudon, but for the most part it's just to get to Rose Whip or Mardo. 2 Teardrops. You run 2 on the off chance just so they don't arise. Unicorn doesn't vanish it face down.
Yeah.
And if they do, it's fine as long as you properly summon 1, because this can bring it back from the graveyard with the material.
Oh, nice.
Puriton, another card I almost always make going first. You want to try to get spells in the graveyard, that's why I have only plant monsters and spells. Because if I want to miss a spell so I can attach it to this when I activate Con later. Or any other spell like Rosebell, that's mainly why Rosebell is there. It's kind of like an upstart, but...
You see, he is playing Patrick Hope. See, I see you.
1 Kanzashi. This only came up on the branded player. Once I was done with branded players, I only made this in top 8 actually. That's it. This card, basically, it's just a play around Guardian Chimera, pretty much. Save yourself, and then you can just like tribute a monster in hand to protect, and then once you protect it, you detach, special summon a plant or a monster from their graveyard if you're not locked in the plant, because Petal does lock you into plants, and so does Snowdrop.
Yeah.
And you can summon it to your side of the field. The one thing I would normally do, summon Teardrop, summon Kanzashi, and another plant, get ready to swing for game. This way, whatever the other plant is attacks first, Kanzashi attacks, Teardrop, tribute the plant, and Kanzashi attacks special summon from graveyard to go for OTK.
The lethal damage. Yeah. That's what you're trying to do against that dude in time, before time was called.
Yeah, I tried to do it.
Trying to flex. It's okay. 8,000 damage is better than winning time. I would always go for it too.
1 Paralysis, that's my only synchro in the deck. I only run this specifically for D-Barrier. It just gives me an option to swing for game. That's the only reason that's there. I only use it twice. More Sylvan monsters. 1 Alce. 1 Aurea, 1 Alce. The Alce is just a loop. If they bricked, you just loop a monster they put on board back to the top of their deck. You get another chance to swing for game. If it happened, that only happened like 3 times. Oops, but it was worth having. And then Aurea, I did this. It's just to bounce monsters. So like one thing I would do there would be special summon Borea. Catch maybe a Lone Fire in the grave, activate Con. If I can look at it, I look at the top. Usually I just do it blind. Excavate the top 3. If there's less than 3 targets, I always activate, pretty much always do 3. As long as there's a target I want to bounce on their side of the field. But I'll bounce like the Con, whatever I attach with Borea, back to my hand, and activate Con again because it's a soft once per turn, not a hard once per turn. So I can tribute another monster.
Jesus Christ.
I think there's one more card in the extra deck. Kind of mandatory if you're playing next E's deck.
Oh yeah, smart man. I'm sure they were sniping that because they didn't know what anything else did.
Yes. That was the only benefit of Zeus. I didn't make that at all.
Yeah, that's funny. But they didn't know that.
Well, they either snipe this or this, but this only matters if I have exactly Rose Lover. This, I never made that at all. It doesn't matter.
That's hilarious. It's bait. We love it. We
Pretty
love it.
much.
For sure. And then the side deck. I like this super old school plant, Sylvan's cards, and everything's in here.
And then for the side deck, we have Redroll. Because, yeah, Droll. I mean, it's good against Kashtira, good against Runic, good against Sprite. I don't think I only played against one Sprite player this whole time, but good against Sprite. Re-Evenling, pretty much everybody. I think everybody was running it.
Yeah.
Literally everybody. That's where it was going to go. Re-Cosmic, weirdly enough, did not activate any of these one time.
Really? That's funny.
I didn't play any back row. Back row wasn't real. Thank God I didn't main deck this, but then again, I main decked droplets. Equally as useless against all those
Kashtira
all those
decks.
Kashtira players.
Mm-hmm.
Although, when I faced that Sprite player in top 64, droplets actually came in handy there.
Oh, he was sad seeing droplets in the
And I
format
did
right
droplets my opponent in top 32, which, I mean, to be fair, I did OTK off of that.
So it looks like it worked out though.
Did work out. In
It did
top
work.
just not in Swiss, because it didn't do anything in Swiss.
Fair.
2 Book of Eclipse. I had 2 spaces. Harpy's Feather Duster. Standard player Briggs, set 4, activated it, 1 game. And then, because I thought there'd be more trap decks here, and it blocks evenly anyway, so I figured why not. 3 Rose Archer.
That's the trap negate, right?
Yes,
Oh
have a
my
plan on
gosh.
board, negate the trap. It did come up in round 10, where the guy had double evenly, had 2 of these. He was sad.
He was real sad, huh?
Yeah, on top of that, he bricked anyway, because he had Tactics, Dark Ruler, and he had everything.
Dang, Jesus. Awesome. Well, congratulations on getting top 8 with a Rikka's whatever deck. It's everything, bro.
Namely,
Rikka
Rikka with a lot of plant engine.
like a lot of good plants.
I love it. I love it. Well, congratulations again, Kevin, and thanks for deck profile.
Thank you.